through new construction or reconstruction. The power of a father to destroy or to build, to shape or to scar. Even emotionally, the power of the father is to dismember a child or to grow the strength of a child to the next level. The father has an enormous power, positively and negatively. Destruction or building, scarring or shaping, disempower or empowering. The father has enormous power. If we first look at the negative effects of the wrong behavior of fathers, then we see it spread all over society. We see it in all the social ills that we find in society. Crime, violence, incarceration. We see this in drug abuse, alcohol abuse. We see this in the raping of women, sexual misuse and abuse of women. We see this in the dropouts in school. We see this in underperformance cognitively. We see this in most. There are thousands of studies on this that show us that fathers really are possibly the deepest flaw of society, scarring the whole of the world, even to the extent that the Bible says that the fathers have the power to evoke the curse of God on a nation or a continent or a generation. We think of the last word in the Old Testament. If the fathers are not with the children and the children with the fathers, then God will strike the land with a curse. Incredible power of a father to impact negatively children and society with them. So not only do we see this in all the social pathologies in society, we see this also in individual children. Children that have father-related medical issues, emotional issues, shame and guilt and fear rooted emotional and physical issues in their lives. We see this, for instance, in the bullying and victimization at schools. Research has proven that that comes from a father problem that they have. Fatherlessness has enormous impact in this world. And therefore we see this all over. And therefore our world suffers because of that. But that is the negative impact of fatherlessness. And we try and restore this in this world. And I hope today you will also start with me to restore not only the negative impact of that, but also then start to shape your children so that we can impact this world positively. So what is the positive power of a father? Many can testify, as much as they can testify about the negative impact of their fathers in their lives, they can testify about the positive impact of the fathers in their lives. I want to single out 4 positive impacts that a father can have in the life of a child. The first one, the father shapes the emotional conditioning of a child. Now, to understand this, you have to understand that the emotional brain of the father is interconnected with the emotional brain of his children, as well as his mother, obviously. This you can read from Daniel Goleman in the book The New Leaders, which means that whatever happens emotionally through the father has an impact on a child. And therefore it's very good